Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon from Islamabad. First of all, I wish to thank Mr. Salman Javed, the director of Pakistan Forum, for the kind invitation and also for convening this very important webinar in a delicate and crucial time of our history. Afghanistan and Pakistan. First, as a close neighbors, we share a long history, religion, and culture. The second, our security, prosperity, and common future are deeply interconnected with each other. And the third, we have a huge potential to promote our partnership in all aspects: political, security, trade and transit, economic development, and cultural fields. On peace in Afghanistan, for more than 4 decades, our people have been suffering from terrorism and violent extremism, and we have paid a big price in this regard. The war has turned our country into killing field. For this reason, millions of our compatriots left the country, and currently nearly 6.5 million Afghan refugees are living abroad. 80% of them are living in Pakistan and Iran. The very serious impact of the conflict on our economy and young generation and women. They are the prime victims of the 4 decades of war and conflict. Therefore, to achieve a sustainable and durable peace has been the long-lasting desire and demand of our people. The start of peace process, the start of peace negotiations some months ago in Doha was indeed a positive step to put an end to the conflict by peaceful means. We have fulfilled our commitment to pave the way and the ground for achieving political settlement, including the release of 6,000 Taliban prisoners. We declare to share the power with the Taliban through the peace government until holding the early presidential elections. The peace process has been strongly supported by our regional and international partners, as well as the Islamic ulamas of the world. We appreciate Pakistan's constructive role in assisting to lay the groundwork for the talks. Such contribution and support would be requested and needed for the success of Afghan peace process. Our goal is the ending of violence and comprehensive ceasefire as a critical component for restoring lasting peace in Afghanistan. Our goal is the preservation of independence and democratic Afghanistan, the protection of the 20 years gains, the women's rights, and to be in peace itself and with our neighbors. The recent announcement to withdraw the US and NATO forces from Afghanistan has created a new environment and conditions for our relations with the regional countries and international community. The departure of the foreign troops from Afghanistan will be completed by September 11th. But the other main aspects of our partnership with the international community, including the financing of the Afghan security and defense forces, the political and diplomatic support and development assistance will continue. And there is a strong commitment in this regard. The new conditions in environment will not change anything for us as the government of Afghanistan in terms of our commitment to the peace process by political negotiation and settlement. At the same time, unfortunately, despite of the unconditional departure of the foreign forces, which was the major demand by the Taliban, their response has not been positive so far. The continuation of violence and target killings, the preparations for the spring offenses and the postponement of the Istanbul conference because of the Taliban position not to attend the meeting have been the matter of great concern. The reduction of violence leading to a comprehensive ceasefire is definitely in the benefit of everybody. Logically, the violence and peace process cannot go hand in hand. And the spring offensive will bring only destruction, only further destruction and deep frustration for our people. Now there are great opportunities for all of us to sit down together and find a durable solution for the suffering of our people. We must rebuild our country together. And there is every reason that we must do it. And there is no any need to find excuses for continuation of war. Just few days ago, on the 23rd of April, a trilateral meeting of the foreign ministers of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Turkey was held in Istanbul. The joint declaration reiterated a sustained peace to be achieved only through an inclusive political process that aims a permanent and comprehensive ceasefire leading to the ending of the conflict. Any failure, it is our firm belief that any failure or collapse of the peace efforts and peace process will bring terrible consequences to Afghanistan as well as to Pakistan and the entire region. The prospects of Afghan-Pakistan relations. What are our goals in this partnership? As close neighbor, we sincerely want to promote state-to-state, permanent brotherly relations with Pakistan in all aspects. And of course, to address security challenges and mutual concern. We are very keen to take our relationship to the state and to the stage that was before the 4 decades conflict. We have the mechanisms. The first and very important mechanism is the EPAPS, which is a comprehensive structure mechanism to optimize our bilateral relations and cooperation. Furthermore, the shared vision adopted during the visit of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Pakistan to Kabul, on November last year is also an important document to advance trust building and to achieve tangible results. It is high time to enhance links and connections through people to people, B2B, government to government, and a particular note, security to security ties. On security, what are the common security concerns? Terrorism and violent extremism are the major threats to the national security and stability of both countries that we are facing with. Our region has the highest concentration of the terrorist networks. They are not just regional, but international, such as Al-Qaeda and Daesh. This menace has deep linkage, and they have very deep linkages with drug traffickers and also with the criminals. And not a single network can survive without selling narcotics or other criminal activities. This is the enemy of civilization and the enemy of all of us. And therefore, not a single country can solve or defeat it alone. It is absolutely vital for both countries to strengthen our bilateral cooperation through existing security mechanisms and enhance our coordinated approach in the regional level in this regard. What is the role of economic cooperation for peace? We have some bilateral projects. I will mention two of them. The Chamanspil-Buldak Railway, and the second is the Peshawar-Jalabad Railways. We should take practical steps in materializing these very important projects. And also there are trilateral projects about the railways. Recently, there was signing ceremony of agreement or MOU in Tashkent about Mazar-e-Sharif, Kabul and Peshawar Railway. On trade, which is also one of the major and important components of our relations and cooperation. The capacity is, the potential of the trade is $5 billion. After 2001, Afghanistan was the first Afghanistan was the first category market for the Pakistani products. And that time our trade reached $3 billion. As a result of some technical issues and obstacles, it decreased to around $1 billion. It is very important and vital to increase it and to remove the obstacle and to enhance the trade relationship between the two countries. And it will be very vital that to sign a bilateral trade agreement. On trade and transit, APTA is a very important agreement, which was expired on February this year. It was extended for 3 months more. We needed to revise or to accelerate the process for finalizing the APTA agreement to the revised form. It would help, it will contribute for the trade and transit to the Central Asia and also from Central Asia passing Afghanistan and Pakistan to the South Asia. Both countries will benefit from the trade and transit, and it will bring prosperity for the entire region. On connectivity, The two countries in the region have a huge potential, a tremendous potential in human resources and huge potential in resources in this regard. There are some very important projects, the transnational projects, the TAPI project, the TAP, the CASA 1000, and also Lapis Lazuli corridor. I was an Afghan ambassador just 6-7 months ago in Turkmenistan. TAPI gas pipeline is in a very strategic importance. It has strategic importance for the Afghanistan, Pakistan, and also for the region. This will connect the 4 countries who are the participating countries of the TAPI project. This would be also as a corridor of the projects, the fiber optic, the highways, and also the TAP, the electricity transmission line, and also the TAPI. We see for this project that they have strategic implications, strategic perspectives for Afghanistan and Pakistan, and also for the region. It will create also thousands of jobs, and it will definitely contribute to peace and stability in Afghanistan and also in the entire region. It is our firm belief that a peaceful and democratic Afghanistan can serve as a land bridge, as a roundabout for regional connectivity and prosperity. Here I want to mention the poetry of Allama Iqbal, the national poet of Pakistan, about Afghanistan's historic role in Asia. And I will tell it in Dari because he said it in Dari. Asya yak paikar ab o gil ast, millat Afghan daran paikar dil ast, az fasad o fasad Asya, az gushad zu o gushad Asya. Some points on education. We highly appreciate the Pakistan's efforts and contribution for providing the scholarship for Afghan students in some leading universities. Currently, nearly 6,000 to 7,000 Afghan students are studying in leading universities of Pakistan. And during the past some years, around 50,000 Afghan students have been graduated from the universities of Pakistan. We need to enhance such cooperation in the future. And also the students exchange program would be very important. A few words about the youth, the young generation, and the peace, and also the peace process. Our country has a very young population, which represent the new Afghanistan. Our society has changed over the past 20 years, and the clock cannot be turned back. We rely on the youth for peace building. Their spirit and potential are indeed very instrumental to make bridge for trust building and mutual cooperation. They are full of energy to shape the better future. About Afghan refugees, as a result of 4 decades of war, nearly 3 million Afghan refugees are living in Pakistan. We express our gratitude and thanks for hosting the Afghan refugees for such a long time. But what this hosting has brought? When I met an Afghan refugee who wanted to go back home, he said, I would leave half of my heart here in Pakistan and would take the other half to Afghanistan. It means that this hosting has brought to strengthen ties of brotherly relations between our people, between Afghanistan and Pakistan. The peace conditions will create an environment and condition that they will return to Afghanistan. And it is our priority, and we are working with the Pakistani side that on a dignified manner and gradual manner, they should return to Afghanistan. Some points about the people context. We attach high value, significant value to the people-to-people context. Just in this forum, for the first time, I want to declare, to announce that starting from tomorrow, from Monday, we will issue 1 year multiple visa for the Pakistani brothers and sisters, and also more facilities for the Pakistani students who are studying in Afghanistan, and also for the businessmen, for the Pakistani traders and businessmen. We will do on a reciprocated manner all facilities that the Pakistani side also provided for the Afghan businessmen in Afghanistan. In conclusion, as Afghan ambassador, my message to this forum is the message of strong intention and determination to have durable, sustained, brotherly partnership between Afghanistan and Pakistan, trust building and good neighborhood. I wish for all of you, distinguished participants, a very constructive discussion with its fruitful outcomes. I thank you.